Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to be reviewing this Eskute Netuno mountain style bike. Okay, it's a 250 watt motor, so perfectly legal in the UK. So, and as you all know, I love reviewing e-bikes. I think they're fantastic, and I'm very curious to see how this performs. So what I'm going to do is split the box. We'll see how well packaged it is, and then we'll take all the packaging off and have a good look round. So there you go, that's the box open, very well packaged, loads of foam in there to protect it while in transit. Looks like they've sent me a black one. So let's get it out of the box, get all the ties off it and have a good look. So there you go, a nice matte black finish, which I like a lot. It doesn't look like there's much building to do. I've just got to put the front wheel on, put the pedals on, put the mud guards on and put the seat on. So not much building at all, and obviously I've got to check the pressure in the tyres. Well, yeah, nice looking bike. So the first job I'll do is turn that round, put the handlebars on. I won't tighten those up yet until I've got the front wheel in, then I can line it all up properly. So yeah, that's easy to do. And then take these four out here, put the handlebars on, tighten them back up. So that's the handlebars on. I'll give you a tip: if you get one of these, take the display off first. It makes it easier to put the handlebars on to get at those bolts. Just put the seat on, just so I can turn it upside down and put the front wheel on, you know, so the bike rests on that. Quick release as well, so you can adjust it, which is good. Just putting the front wheel on, which is easy enough, because the wheel just sits inside the forks when you drop it in. Make sure you get this washer, there's a hole there, make sure you get that washer in that hole, push it in, put it, repeat the process on the other side, job done. Okay, that's the wheel on. Now I've got a bit of brake rub, as I expected. All you do to resolve that is slacken these two off here. Okay, get somebody to hold the brake on, tighten them back up, and that should sort that problem out. So there you go folks, I've done exactly what I said I was going to do. No brake rub. Perfect. Next job, put the pedals on, and it's got arrows on, look, left and right. So it's clockwise and anti-clockwise. So you can't go wrong, you know, cross-thread them, which is a good idea. So that's the pedals on folks. Reflectors in the pedals as well, which is good. Next job is to put the stand on there. Bolts are already in there, so that will be easy. There you go, that's the stand on. Then just turn it back over. Next job is to put the mud guard on. So the bolts already in, and some screw it back in. Easy. Okay folks, mud guards on, front and back. Okay folks, to fire the bike up, you just press that button there, and on it comes. It's already in miles per hour. It's got a plus and a minus button. So plus, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pedal assist modes. That's how much power you need. And then minus to knock it back down, obviously. To put the lights on, you press that one. Now there's only a front light, a small front LED light. There's none on the back, which I find quite strange to be honest, but there you go. Turn it off, just press that. And then you've got your tripo, your max speed, your average speed and all that. And it's a nice colourful display. You've got your battery levels there, which this is saying full, but I will charge it up before I go out on it. So yeah, what's I going to do? Charge it up. I've just noticed the bell's wrapped around there, so I've got to bring that up. Sort that out. Yeah, all is good. I stand corrected about the bell. The bell should be there. It's like a trigger effect. Clicks. That's good. That's probably one of the best kind of bells I've seen on one of these bikes. Happy with that, folks? Now the battery is a 36 volt 14.5 amp hour, 521 watt hour. No, 522 watt hour actually. So yeah, and you can remove it. As you can see, it comes with 2 keys. Let's get it back in right. Click it back in, take the key out. So it's very easy to take in and out, this battery is, because of where it's positioned in the frame. Click it in, take the key out, and you can also charge it without taking it out. No, you can't. That is a switch to turn the power off on the battery, an on and off switch. Okay, so you can turn the battery on and off. Push that rubber plug back in. There you go. What's this do? I presume that is to indicate the state of your battery. It's flashing red at the moment. I don't know, not sure about that. I'll have to find out about that. But you can also plug it in, remove that plug, and charge it in the bike if you want to. So that's always good, you know, especially if it's outside or whatever. You don't want to mess about taking the battery out. Okay folks, I'm out on the Eskute Netuno 250 watt, totally legal in the UK. First impressions, I like the seating position. You're actually sitting forward a little bit, which I personally like. The suspension on the front seems pretty good. There's none on the back. It's got 7-speed Shimano gears. I'm in pedal assist 1. Now out of the box this bike comes at 15, won't go above 15.5 miles an hour out the box. You can mess with the settings though, I think. Well I know you can. So if you want to do that you can. The seats, mind you, I've only just got on it. The seat is pretty comfortable, but only time will tell about that. And it's just started to rain. Absolutely brilliant. I'll take it out of the park now. I'll knock it up to pedal assist 2. I'm in 7th gear. Let's see what it'll put up like here in 7th gear. Putting a little bit of pressure on. There's a van overtaking me. Well, a car I mean. Knock it down. Don't forget I'm only in pedal assist 2. Putting about 50% of pressure on. But yeah, pull me up that hill, and that is a pretty steep incline. Let's knock it up to power assist 3. Bit more power. 10 miles an hour. 6th gear. It's got a nice little belly. I don't know if you can see it. Mechanical brakes, but you would expect mechanical brakes on something in this price range, even though I prefer hydraulic brakes. Take it out to the road. Yeah, now this bike's got a torque sensor. That means when you apply pressure to the pedals, the power will it can assist you in power. And to be honest, I'm gliding along now at 13.5 miles an hour. And I'm just ghost pedaling. I am on the flat, admittedly. Put up to 4, put it into 5, power assist 5, 15.3. Let's go for it, see what I can get out of it. Yeah. About 20 miles an hour, and then the power stops. So I'm quite comfortably now doing 18, 19 miles an hour, which is a nice speed for an e-bike. Cruising along, just turning my legs, not really doing anything. The suspension on the front, you can lock it out if you want to, or you can adjust the dampener if you want to do that. Handle grips are nice and wide. It is a bit weird though, it hasn't got a backlight. It's got a front light but no backlight, which I think is a bit weird to be honest, but hey ho, it is daylight, so I'm alright for now. And you can easily put a backlight on if you want to. 27-inch wheels, 2.25-inch tyres, I think they are. So quite comfortable. You're quite a nice height as well, you know, on the seat. Feels like you got you know, ample room on the actual frame itself. We'll go and find a hill, see how it copes uphill, because there's no throttle on this. Because as I said out the box, it is perfectly road legal in the UK. I love reviewing these things. E-bikes love it. What I'm going to do is pull over. I'm in 7th gear, power assist 5. And I'm just going to pull off. Bear in mind there's no throttle. I've got to wait for this car to go past. So it's gone. Yes. A slight bit of pressure and the power kicks in almost immediately, which is good. Because that's when the throttle comes in to help you pull away. But this torque sensor in this bike is really good. Yeah, it really does glide along. So I'm going to go down this hill here. The camera won't pick it up as much as, you know, you can see by the naked eye, but it's a very steep hill indeed. And I blocked my road off again. And we'll shut these bottom car parks because, you know, out of season. So let's just turn it round and go from a standing start. Okay, here we go. Yeah, straight away. Power's gone on straight away. Into 3rd gear. Pedal assist 5, 8 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour. Not really putting any pressure on the pedals. And that is so impressive. For a 250 watt motor, that is very impressive. Trust me, it is. Because I've rode a few bikes now, so it takes quite a bit to impress me, to be honest. Let's go back down here and do a brake test. Mechanical brakes. 15 miles an hour, 16. Oh. Yeah, not too bad. Bit of a skid, but you would expect that because the roads are wet. Not too bad at all. Now, this bike's more of a commuting bike. I mean, I dare say it would do light trails and things. There's no reason why it wouldn't do that. Probably be more, you know, very capable of doing that, but I think it's mainly a commuting bike. Go backwards and forwards to work and maybe do the odd trail if it's on your way, on your route. Yeah, I like it. Now, because you're leaning forward a bit, you think your wrists would start to ache, but they don't. My arms are like fully stretched. I'm 5'10", but I like my arms fully stretched, to be honest. It seems very agile. The clock, the display is very bright. It's 7th gear. Feels very safe, if you know what I mean. Very safe indeed. Yeah, folks, so I'm 5'10". I have lifted the seat slightly and I'm flat-footed on it. So if you're a taller rider, you'd have no problem on this bike whatsoever. Because the seat does go. I don't really want to mess with it because I've got to get the, there you go, the seat goes up to there. So I wouldn't be able to touch the floor if I got on the bike with the seat that high. So I've got it up a few inches, which suits me.
This is the Eskute Netuno Plus E mountain bike. As you can see, it's in a stunning matte black. It's made of aluminium alloy, and out of the box it is fully UK road legal. Top speed of 15.5 miles an hour, although we can alter it using the settings. The motor is a 250 watt, 36 volt brushless hub with 45 Newton meters of torque. Removable battery, a lithium ion, 36 volts, 14.5 amp hour, 522 watt hours. It has 5 levels of pedal assist with a torque sensor. No throttle on this one, as we say, it's fully road legal. It comes with a really smart LED display, with a front suspension fork with 100mm of travel with lockout. Mechanical disc brakes, 160mm rotors. The tyres are 27.5 by 2.10. It has 7-speed Shimano gears, The total bike weight is 23.6 kilos. The total weight capacity for this bike is 125 kilos and the recommended heights are between 5'5" and 6'2".
Yeah, I've just stepped off the bike just to go through a couple of things about the bike, the Eskute Netuno. It does seem very light, agile. It rides really well. For a 250 watt motor, it does ride really well. So it's going to get it to work or back or down the shops or wherever you want to go. The 7-speed Shimano gears, they work well. It's got a derailleur on it, silver chain. Yeah, it's just a really smart looking bike as well. Anyway, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back out on it. And that's a cracking idea. So you can use that handle under the seat to carry it up steps or whatever if you need to. It's field here now just to see how it feels going across a bumpy field. I've got no concerns. I think it'll be fine even though there's no suspension on the back. To be honest, you wouldn't know there's no suspension on the back. Well, so far anyway. Let's get through here. Okay folks, I'm on the field. The shocks are working pretty good on the front. As I say, you can sniff them up or lock them out or whatever you want to do. It's slippy across here, but it's coping. I don't know if you can hear the water under the grass, but it is very, very wet. And there's a few dips in it as well, in the ground, yeah. But I'm sitting down pedaling, absolutely no problem at all. To be honest, I can't wait for the summer, so I can get out on one of these and go for a proper ride. Because you can go for miles on these electric bikes. They're absolutely fantastic. I've said it many times before, but they are the future. Well, they are in the, you know, very popular now, but these things are only going to get better and better. It's a bit murky here in Starport on 7. Take it across this track, 7th gear, steady over this bridge. We want to see how it copes because this is a very steep bridge. I know it's not much of a hill, but you've still got to get up things like this when you're out and about. Yeah, no problem, easily. See how agile it is through here. Just effortless, it really is. Over the bridge. Shall I do the step test? Maybe not, maybe I shouldn't, but I'm going to. As I say, this isn't really meant for this, but I'm going to go down the steps, nice and steady. Oh yeah, no problem. And I don't know if you've noticed on this bike as well, I mean, I'm going down steps at the moment. No rattles or nothing. Yeah, it really is a relaxing ride on this Eskute. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, by the way, I don't know, but I think I am. Across a bumpy track now. I'm still sitting down, I'm not standing up. So, you know, it can be done on this little bike. I must admit the 250 watt motor is very punchy. You know, it feels like there's something there. It feels like you haven't got to worry no matter, you know, what situation you get yourself in. Torque sensor works amazingly, as I've said. Let's go for this cross here. Watch the brambles, Rob. Yes, lovely. What I'm going to do now is turn the power off. So I've turned the power off. So nothing is assisting me ride the bike now. I'm just going to use the gears for a little bit and just see how I get on. So I'm in first gear, pull away easily in first gear. I know I'm on the flats, but I'm just trying to show you, you know, if ever the unfortunate happens to you and you run out of battery, can you ride it like a normal push bike? And yes, you can, because it feels exactly like a normal push bike. It really does. Third gear. Yeah. That's really surprised me. Well, it hasn't really, because it is a light bike. You know, if you run out of battery on a fat tyre bike, you know, the big beefy lads, then you're going to be in a mess, because you ain't going to pedal one of those far. But this you can. And to be honest, for some exercise, which I need, on a beautiful flat road like track like this, it's nice to turn the power off, you know, just tootle along. And then you got the option when you come to a hill, just put in the power, which is easy. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. It's just literally like riding a normal bike. Obviously you've got to use the gears more. Yeah, happy with that, folks. Let's see if I can get up this hill with no power. I'm going for it. I'm sitting down, first gear. This is a massive hill. There you go, but I did it. Quite proud of myself there. I got up the hill with no power. Folks, the power's back on. It's starting to rain again, so I'll head back. I'll just give you, you know, the general idea of the bike, the feel of the bike, and how it performs. Because there's that many out there. E-bikes, I know it is hard to choose which one's right for you, but as a starter electric bike, you know, maybe the first one you have, or the second one you have, I think this will be a good contender, because it's a great bike. Just easy to ride, very easy. Bit of a traffic jam. The cruise back now. Yeah, I know I've said it a few times now, but the torque sensor on this is fantastic. It really is. I mean, I'm literally just turning my legs. I'm not really doing anything. I'm in sixth gear, seventh gear. Obviously, the more pressure you put on your pedals, the faster it's going to go. 19 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour. So the bike is capable of doing 20 miles an hour, which to me is a fantastic speed for an e-bike. I was watching a bloke who just does e-bikes on YouTube. His channel's called E-Vrc. Is it E-Vrc? I think it's E-Vrc, something like that. And like he was saying on his channel, which makes perfect sense. If your wife is out on an e-bike and say there's a gang of lads or some troublemakers, and you're on a bike that's limited to 15.5 miles an hour, a kid, a young fit kid, or an adult could catch you and knock you off your bike and steal your bike at 15.5 miles an hour. I hope I got his channel's name right. E-Vrc, I think it is. E-Vrc, I don't know. It's one of them anyway. But if you're going, if the legal limit was 18, 19 miles an hour, there ain't many people going to catch you running to catch up with you to steal your bike, because it has happened before, you know. But yeah, not many people can run that fast. So I personally think they should up the limit to 20 miles an hour. I really do. E-Vrc or E-Vrc, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, the chap comes from Wolverhampton, and it's fantastic. He's great to watch reviewing these e-bikes. So I do suggest, if you're thinking about buying an e-bike and you want more information on such as this bike or any other bike you're thinking of getting, go over and check his channel out, because he does know a lot. Another good thing about this bike, I think I've done about 5 miles now. When I turned the power off, it went back to naught, but I think I was on 3.9 miles, maybe 4 miles or something. So I reckon I've done over 5 miles now, and the battery is still showing full, which is good. To be honest, when you're in 7th gear on this bike, there's not really much. You don't really need to change gear, if you know what I mean, because the power's there. Obviously it's different when you've turned the power off, like I've just showed you, but it's very rare I change gear on these e-bikes, even on a 250 watt motor, because they seem quite capable of doing it, you know, pulling you up slight hills and things without putting any pressure on the old legs. For the price, excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold, you have to excuse me. For the price and the way this bike has just performed, it is very well worth taking into consideration if you're looking for an e-bike and you're on a budget. Brakes need bedding in. I mean, I just went over that speed up there. I didn't stand up or nothing, like I'm going to go over this one here. And the speed bumps are pretty aggressive. And I didn't even stand up, I just sat down. Now I must admit, on some fat tyre e-bikes, I'm not saying all of them, I'm saying some of them, I'd have stood up there. because I knew, you know, you'd know when you get shook about a bit. But this, no problem. And it's got no suspension on the back. It's weird. You know, there's another one here. Look, sitting down. Stop pedaling. And another one. No problem whatsoever, folks. Well, folks, this bike was £1,300 and now it's £799. If there's any discounts or anything else, we will put it in the description. I'd like to say thank you very, very much for watching this review. It's much appreciated. I mean, it's a cracking little bike. So on that note, we will say our farewells. So stay safe for the caravanners, motorhomes, tenders, drift subscribers are new. We still love you. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you on the next one.